Good afternoon, Lagos. Good afternoon, Nigeria. Good afternoon, world. How are you doing today? It's a beautiful Wednesday afternoon, and we're coming to you live from our studios in the heart of Lagos, Nigeria. My name is Chioma Innocent, and it is time for yet another edition of Matters right here on the number one station that gives you that matters to you, that matters to me. You should also stay engaged. Most importantly, stay ahead, because right here on Matters, your view is not just important, it is the reason why we are here. I always tell you that. Of course, at some point in the conversation, you can get to be a part of it by sending in your messages on WhatsApp, calling in via our studio lines, and also leaving your comment on YouTube, because we are streaming live on YouTube right about now. VOP 903 FM on YouTube. VOP 903 FM on YouTube. Soldiers who should be revered and appreciated for the work that they do of trying to keep us safe from the insurgent who have decided that we will not have peace in this nation, were murdered in cold blood by these terrorists, and their pictures were displayed on the internet for everyone to see. Why? Why is that happening? And you know, I made a comment and I said this really should not be happening, but maybe this is what Nigerians need to see, so that you may not like him, you may not agree with his policies, you may not agree with his government, you may not agree with his agree with his government, you may not agree with his appointments, but the fact remains that when you become the president of a nation, you are not just president over those who voted for you, you are president of even those who did not vote for you, even those who you claim do not like you, and so will continue to hold the federal government accountable for the life of every Nigerian, because no Nigerian is more Nigerian than any other Nigerian, and we deserve to be safe in this country that we call home. But then let's get into something else, which is the main topic for today. Always with Twitter, actually, right? Always with Twitter, actually, right? Opposition politician and presidential candidate of the Labour Party in the 2023 elections, Peter Obi, came out to actually post something on X, right? Now, he posted this actually around 10:01 p.m. last night on the 24th of June 2025. And here's what he had to say. Interview granted to journalists right at the scene of that event where the property was being found, right there on his official X handle at Peter Obi. Now, I want you to also take a listen to him and actually hear what he had to say about the situation when journalists actually went to the venue yesterday while all of the... So let's take a listen to Mr. Peter Obi, and then we'll continue the conversation right here on Matters on Voice of the People 90.3 FM.
From the US. And my younger brother told me that the agency wants to see me. And I saw him yesterday on my way to Abuja. He said to me that the land, the company land, Nest Food Limited, the land they've owned for over 10 years, probably over 15 years, belonging to them, that some people just jumped into it and said they are the owner, that they have cut injunction, and that they are about to start demolition it. I said, okay. To go to court, that they won't demolish it without having proper documentation and everything. But yesterday even, he called me, said they've removed the roof. They brought 3 tractors, 2,000, demolishing everybody as fast as they can. And I said, no, I'll leave Abuja this morning, let me go there personally. He said all effort for them to enter there, they will refuse to even enter. And they've chased out the people who are living there. So there's nothing they can do. That's how I came from Abuja. We first flight this morning from Abuja, drove to this place, asked the people, we want to authorize it to demolish. They said they have cut injunction that the owner gave them. I said, who is the owner? They said they don't know the owner. They just gave them. I said, who is the owner? They said they don't know the owner. Can I see the cut injunction and see who the owner is, the person who is now claiming is sued? They gave me the cut injunction. The cut injunction explicitly said unknown person. How can you sue an unknown person? I say the land belongs to you. A land with property. And within yesterday and today, it demolished the property. Look at it. They've removed the roof, they removed everything. Okay, give me your proper documentation, demolition orders, because even if you want to demolish the house, they go to the state, they give you order to demolish, give you appropriate documentation, bring safety people and them, so that we know you're doing what is now. It's only while I'm here now that some people came and said they have given us the date and safety order. What kind of country is this? How do you descend to this level of rascality? How can you show a non person enter somebody's land and everything? I've been here for 4 hours. I've not seen one person who comes and says, I'm the owner. 3 people or 2 or 3 people have appeared. Are you the owner? No, I'm not. But I'm acting on behalf. I said, so who is the owner? No name. They've not called the name. I said, but you know my name. I'm Peter Obi. I want to know the next person, so I can even approach him and say, please, this land belongs to a company that my brother is the majority shareholder. The country can't go on like this. We're looking for foreign investors, we're looking for investors, but look at how local investors are being treated. Is that how a country can thrive? This level of lawlessness, this level of rascality.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
You're still tuned into Matters right here on Voice of the People 90.3 FM. I'm your host for today. My name is Chioma Innocent. And yes, we're actually talking about this particular situation. The voice you just heard belongs to Peter Obi, who was the candidate of the Labour Party in the 2023 general elections. Of course, he did not win, and we have someone else at the helm of power today. He was actually bitter about what happened yesterday, saying his younger brother's property was pulled down without following due process, without doing the proper things, without a demolition order, without a court document addressed to anyone. Say, how do you just say, oh, there are squatters in this building, so how do you even just easily move excavators into a building and pull it all the way down? Which brings us to the question that a lot of people have been asking ever since these actually came out, and also the questions that Obi himself have also been asking, and then saying, who issued this court order and why was this court order issued to nobody in particular, but the excavators were so quick to move into the building and actually pull it down. You know how long it takes to build up. You cannot build, even if you work 24 hours round the clock, except what you are building is just, I don't know, I don't really know how to explain it, except even if you are building a cubicle, right? Even if you're building a cubicle, because you have to wait for the cement to dry before you put on the roof. You cannot build in just 24 hours, even if you're walking around the clock with no matter the amount of men, because there are processes to these things. It's so much more easier to tear down than to build. I have no ox to go in this fight. But the question that I'm asking, and the reason why this had been brought to the fore, is why was it so easy to get excavators into that building? Is this another attack on Peter Obi through his younger brother? Because the tone and what's been said is, this looks like it's an attack on me, it's an attack on my family because I dared to contest an election. That was what was in the body of his tweet. Now, Nigerians, do you also see it as such? I know that not everybody out there supports Peter Obi. The president has his supporters, Atiku has his supporters, El-Rufai has his supporters. There are all of these different people that have eyes on the Nigerian presidential stool. They all have their supporters. They have people who believe that they are the next best thing after sliced bread, that they are the next best thing, in fact, after smoky firewood jollof. But at the end of the day, are we in a country, are we in an administration that does not like opposing voices, that does not like the opposition? When the APC was in the opposition and PDP was in power, from Obasanjo to Yar'Adua to Jonathan, the APC was a strong and viable opposition. They could say anything, they could make any claims, and you did not see the PDP government shutting them down in a way that made it very difficult for the opposition to talk. So why is it that now that the APC is in power, it seems that the opposition is somehow it seems that the opposition is being suppressed, because that is what opposition political figures are saying, that look, we are not being allowed to talk as much as we want to talk because of attacks on our persons. You will see people, even the president's media aides, who are supposed to be much more concerned with his image in the media, answering to opposition politicians. Is that really how it should be? So now when he said, this is happening because I dared to contest, is this to also dissuade him from contesting in 2027? We know that talks of a coalition is ongoing. El-Rufai let us know that, this coalition is not between parties. We're not having conversations with parties. We're having conversations with individuals. So at the end of the day, we may not see a measure, because a measure is merging of political parties to form one strong umbrella, right? Or all these political parties coming under one big umbrella to just sweep out the APC in 2027. He's saying what we will have is a coalition of political figures where the political stalwarts, political bigwigs, heavyweights who have supporters across the 30 states of Nigeria will come together and let their supporters know that, look, we have all come together, we have joined our hands together. And this is the person that we are presenting as a presidential candidate under this party, maybe a new party, or if they want to adopt another party. Right? So that is what's going on ahead of 2027. But again, we cannot help but ask the question, is this intimidation tactics? The Lagos State government is yet to say anything about this, is yet to talk about, where the demolition order or the court order came from, why they decided to demolish that property with so much speed. Nobody has said anything. Nobody from the Lagos State government has said anything about why this is happening. While Obi himself is claiming that he is being attacked. Now, if the person that is being accused is not saying anything, you hear people tend to believe the accuser, if the accused is not coming out to actually make it known that they have been accused falsely. So if the Lagos State government is not saying anything, does that mean that Obi is right? Now, talking about dissenting voices and what's the word I would even use? I don't want to use the word hate, right? But the intolerance, yes, for dissenting voices right now. Yesterday, I don't know if you read that report of the lady that was doing her NYC raid, who called out the federal government and President Tinubu a few months ago, having 2 more months added to her NYC. And the report was that for daring to call out the government, it's like, the government is your employer. You are not supposed to do that. You're not supposed to call out the government. Does it mean that even if your employer is not treating you right, you cannot talk? Does it mean that if your parent is not treating you right, you cannot talk? Does it mean that if someone who is in a higher authority is not treating you right, you cannot talk? Because what exactly were the claims that she made that were wrong? We are buying things so expensive. In the price of pepper, it does my head in, because you can't even eat spicy food anymore, because how much pepper do you want to buy? That is, you say, I like my food spicy. I like pepper. Right now in Nigeria, you cannot like pepper because pepper is too expensive. 1 piece of yellow pepper is 100 naira. You cannot like spicy food right now. So what was it that was said that is actually wrong? When people are making their grievances known, why does it seem that the government focuses more on the fact that you are talking? Say, why would you talk? Instead of addressing what has been said. If there is no problem and you are trying to bring up a problem where there is none, it is fellow Nigerians who will say, look, you're lying, you're a liar. But if fellow Nigerians are backing it up and then saying, truly, things are difficult for people, businesses are finding it so difficult to survive, to thrive. What is the price of diesel? What is the price of petrol? How much are we paying for electricity? Let's not even talk about all the different taxes that Nigerians have to pay. Let's not even talk about the cost of transportation. And of course, when it is campaign season, you will see all of these different candidates coming to tell us, I'm going to make life better for you. I'm going to make things better for you. Oh, when it's time, just vote for me. Once I become the president, in fact, gold will line the streets. Different kinds of exaggerations. And now the people believe you and they vote for you. And then when You finally get in, you tell the people, if I'm not giving you what I said I will give you, you have no right to talk. 2 more months added to raise service year. And the reason being given is, you dared to. Are we all supposed to be cowardly in Nigeria? Are we all supposed to just keep quiet and pray and hope that things will be better? The question that I'm asking today is, with everything that is happening and with what Obi has said in his tweet, do you think that he's right to say that this is intimidation tactics? That they are trying to make sure that he gets tired before 2027. Like he would just say, look, you know what? I'm tired of all this constant harassment. I'm tired of being targeted. I'm just tired of being the one that everyone is talking about. I'm tired of being the one that the media aides to the president are always vilifying all the time. You know what, Nigerians? I'm a big man. I'm a rich man. I can eat whatever I want. I can fly to wherever I want in the country. It's up to you, Nigerians, to fix your country. Go ahead and do it. And then he drops out of the race and then, lives his life to the fullest, and whoever it is that Nigerians vote for in 2027, the cycle continues, even though we hope that things will be better. But hope is not a strategy. You only hope when you have done the right thing. You plant a seed, you water it, you make sure it has adequate sunlight, and then you hope that it will grow. But then your hope then will be only one part of your strategy. Let's say 1/3, because you know that you have done what is necessary for the seed to grow. You don't keep a seed in the dark, locked up in a cupboard, and then hope that it will grow. If you don't nurture your talents, and then you hope that it will grow. If you do not practice, and then you will hope that you will become perfect. So how is hope a strategy? Again, I ask, ahead of 2027, you as a Nigerian, what is your strategy? What is your strategy? Is it hope? Are you talking to the people around you and letting them know how politics affects their lives and why they should not be playing politics of tribalism and ethnicity, the politics of religion, and politics of my brother? Are you talking to the people around you and letting them know what makes a good leader, what they should be looking out for when the time comes and campaigns are in full gear and you see this presidential and governorship candidate going around and saying, I will do this for you and I'll do that for you? Are you, if you believe that you're politically conscious, highly politically conscious, and you know what makes a good leader and you know what it takes, what a good leader can say to actually convince you, are you telling people around you, okay, look out, look at the antecedents, look at where they're coming from, look at what this person has done before, look at the positions that they have held? Or are you just hoping that your one vote will do the trick? Because it cannot. Anyway, it's time for you to actually call in to be a part of the conversation. I want to hear from you. This is Voice of the People, 90.3 FM. Now, also yesterday, someone made a post bashing radio stations and bashing presenters, bashing the media people, saying that many people, many presenters, many stations, radio and TV, just many media people are inciting the people against the government. And I find that to be it is quite laughable, because when you say that the people are being incited against the government, I would say that you can only incite people against, someone that is not. If you believe that this person is not doing well, that's when you will see it as incitement. But it is accountability. Even if Atiku were the president today, you will still get those voices, those dissenting voices, those voices of the opposition saying you're not doing well. Even if he believes that he's doing well. Even if Peter Obi were the president today, you will still have people on the other side, opposition politicians, opposition figures, calling him out and then saying, look, you are not doing well. So why is the case different with the current administration? I want to hear from you as a Nigerian. You agree with what he's saying, that this is targeted harassment and this is because he dared to contest, and also that undertone of, they want to scare me away before 2027. I really want to hear from you. This is matters. These are the matters that affect you and I. And here's one thing I've said before and I'll continue to say. You can say to yourself, I don't do politics. I don't like politics. I'm going to tell you something. I used to be like you because I believe that, oh, what do I have to do with politics? So it's none of my business. It's your business, because you must have realized by now that politics controls almost every other aspect of your life. Yes, it does. Yes, it does. When a bill, right, or when a new law is passed, this is passed, this affects you, because now as a Nigerian, you come under that law. It's added to the constitution. You come under that law, and ignorance is not an excuse. So yes, politics affects you. I'll tell you another way in which it affects you. Remember during the cash crunch period, when we're running around and then, new notes, old notes. So you may only have old notes. You may want to pay. They will tell you, I cannot collect old notes. I want a new note. I remember then you want to take a bus. They'll tell you, if you're paying with new note, 500. If you're paying with old note, 1,000. Can you now see how it affects you? Yes, it does affect you. So you have to be concerned. You have to be conscious. And you have to do everything that it takes, because there are so many people, so many of us, so many of you that will never leave Nigeria until you are no more. And it is not a curse. It is because of the situation that you have found yourself, where every day you are fighting for survival. You just want to eat. And before you know it, you're 40. Before you know it, you're 60. Before you know it, you are 70. And you're still here. Obi cannot remain a boy forever. I think it's Igbo people who say that thing, because one day, and Ada cannot remain a girl forever. One day you grow to be a woman. You grow in responsibilities. The way you grow physically, you're expected to grow mentally. You're expected to grow intellectually. You're expected to grow in your knowledge. Anyway, let's talk about these issues. 0803-692-9933. 0803-692-9933. That's the number you can call to be a part of these conversations. 080-3692-9933. Call me up. I want to hear from you. You can send the message on WhatsApp to 0817-175-6338. 0817-175-6338 on WhatsApp. You can also call me on WhatsApp, send the message on WhatsApp, and I'll take your message. Leave a comment on YouTube. I can see your comment on YouTube already. Do keep them coming. Thank you so much. We'll take these comments before the program is over. Call me up. Who's my first caller for the day? Good afternoon and welcome to Matters. How are you doing today? Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Hi, what's your name and location, please?
My name is Everett Choko.
Where are you calling from?
Calling from Command.
Welcome to the conversation.
The issue of the matter is there.
Hello? All right, give me a call back. I do not think you are ready. All right. 0803-692-9933. 0803-692-9933. Hello?
Hello?
How are you doing? Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. This is High in Lagos.
Welcome to the conversation.
Yes. See, the issue of demolition of Peter Obi's brother's residence is a very bad one. It appears that the due process was not strictly adhered to have gone and demolish such a building. It's very bad and uncalled for. See, it's rampant in Lagos that sometimes if you are having any issue with any government, any person in power, they will use that same, that same power confined in him to do undo. So it's a very bad one. It's very bad, and we condemn it. Thank you very much.
Thank you for your call. 0803-692-9933. 0803-692-9933. That's the number you can call to be a part of these conversations. Good afternoon. Welcome to Matters. Hello? Hello, are you there? Good afternoon. All right, give me a call back. Definitely want to hear from you. 0803-692-9933. 0803-692-9933. That's the number you can call to be a part of these conversations. Hello?
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. How you doing?
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. How are you doing? Welcome.
I'm doing fine.
Great,
My
great.
name is Hello.
I can hear you. I can hear you.
My name is Raman Adibimpe.
Welcome, welcome, ma'am. Please go ahead.
Auntie Chairman is about the demolition.
Okay.
My own opinion is that I don't know, maybe I can measure names. It's about the APC people. Are you hearing me?
I can hear you. I can hear you. What did APC do?
It's because the first time of our president, the first destroyer they do is about market people, because they don't vote for him. They say market people, there's no clean market. They started looking different types of market.
Where was that?
In this Lagos.
Were you affected by that?
I'm affected though. They start looking different, especially Ladipo market.
What market was that? What market were you in that you were affected? What market do you sell?
Ladipo market.
Okay.
Ladipo.
Okay.
You know, Igbo people generate that market. They lock it. Also, another market too is because they didn't vote for them.
Now, are you sure that's the reason why?
Yes, because they didn't vote for them. The demolition about Peter Obi brothers' property is because they want to threaten him to not go for president 2027. They don't want him to go, so they want to make him weak. That is why they are doing that. And they are APC people. They are very wicked in politicians. They are very wicked. I pray for God, Mr. Peter Obi. God will help him and hold him tight. He will succeed in Jesus' name. He will succeed. That's my own
Thank
opinion.
you for your call. Thank you for your call. I do appreciate you. 0803-692-9933. 0803-692-9933. I know that we all have different opinions on this topic, but I urge us all to just, remain respectful, make sure that whatever you're saying is factual, that way, so that we can have let's just have a wonderful program and talk about these issues. 2027 is around the corner, even if we might feel like, oh, it's still far. Far again, far at all. Welcome to Matters. Good afternoon. What's your name and location?
Good afternoon. My name is Emmanuel, calling from Wish.
Welcome, Emmanuel.
Hello?
I can hear you.
Hello?
I can hear you, Emmanuel. Go ahead. Emmanuel, I can hear you. Go ahead.
Yes, my name is Emmanuel. I'm calling from Motion.
Welcome, Emmanuel. Go ahead.
I want to advise Mr. P2B. This is my personal opinion. You see, the coalition, because the people involved, like Nasser El-Rufai, Atiku, and the second, the people involved are part of Nigerian problem. And if
the people involved in the coalition
as the flag bearer of the party, they are going to be expecting some things from him. And if he did not do those things, they are going to make the seat ungovernable for him, just like they did during Goodluck Jonathan. So my advice for him is to tread very carefully, because he's coming from a part of the state that is not wanted.
You think
there are parties, there are powers that is involved that is holding Nigeria down. And these bodies, they know exactly those powers. They know exactly the people that are involved in Nigerian problem. And they know that if P2B becomes the president of this country, he's going to take care of all those things. So they wouldn't want him to be there. Now, Atiku is promising P2B to be vice. Why not put him forth as the first to be the president? But he wants him to be his vice. So I want him to tread very carefully, but let him be assured that God have risen for the solution of this country. Very soon, God is going to take care of the problem of this country. Let him, if he's going to hold his integrity, he's going to keep his integrity. even becoming vice, because if he enter there and see what is going on, the secret thing that is going on, if he's going to keep his integrity, he will be forced to resign. He will be forced to resign. But if he's going to keep his integrity, the best thing is for him to go down, take onto a party and do what? Tread very carefully. God is with him.
Thank you for your call. Do appreciate you. Let's hear from others. 0803-692-9933. 0803-692-9933. Welcome to Matters. What's your name and location, please?
Yeah,
welcome.
Yeah, this is Shibuzo calling from Abarand.
Welcome, Shibuzo.
Yeah. For that, for the destruction of Peter B's brother property, I think when somebody is pursuing a father and he did not get him, he will go through the back. He will use maybe either his son, to get him. I think that this is what I found out here. They have been chasing this man, since 2023. They have been chasing him. They couldn't get him, so they now use his brother. So for me, I think APC has made this country, a lawless country. I quite agree with everything he just said. I quite agree with even a layman that what he said is true. You understand? Like the APC has destroyed this country. They have made this country useless. And my advice to him is that if he is going to be among this coalition, if he is not the driver of this coalition, of this any party that they want to use, if he is not the driver, let him just stay back, because we Martins, we are not going to follow him. You understand what I'm saying? We are not going to follow him, except he is the driver. Except P2B is the driver. That is when Nigerians will be determined to follow him. But if he is not the driver, we are not going to follow him. So for me, let him be very, very wise.
Thank you. Thank you for your call. I do appreciate 0803-692-9933. To send a message on WhatsApp, you can send it to 0817-175-6338. 0817-175-6338 on WhatsApp. Send a message or call me up on WhatsApp. I definitely want to hear from you. You can also leave a comment on YouTube, VOP 903 FM, VOP 903 FM on YouTube. Hello?
Hello, Choma.
Hi, what's your name and location, please?
Good afternoon, Choma.
Good afternoon to you as well.
I'm Mazi Sonny calling from Ojalaba.
Mazi Sonny, how you doing? I should ring you a bell, but I can't find it.
I'm doing great, my sister.
Beautiful. Great to hear from you.
Thank you for a good job, my sister.
I appreciate you. Thank you.
So I just be talking about Femina, where they hear about our soldier where they slaughtered. I do wonder why the politicians play with the innocent soul people. These people where they slaughtered, is it not a human being? Our gallant soldier, now they just slaughter like a kid. If you watch that thing, I don't understand. And themselves now they value for their own life. But that people where they protect the innocent one, they allow them to use people where they call Boko Haram and they say swap people are just they perishing our men. Hi, Jesus Christ of Nazareth. Choma, I don't understand for this country. I don't understand. I don't sometimes are they thinking about how these people are willing to defeat our soldier. What about of the civilian? Civilians don't just be like we killing the Nigerian gallant soldier like chicken. What about of civilian? Civilian could be like, I don't know what I'm calling for them. Oh my God. See, Choma, I just even those about our brother P2B when that I hear that he pulling their booty for Lagos. Just that one is not a new story. I always to hear that thing. Now the intimidation. Actually, the herdsmen who they throw the cows, they give the land free. But when Igbo people buy the land, and the people that they come and claim the government claim the land.
No, I don't want you to take that route, Mazi Sonny, because that building has been there for 15 years. They did not demolish it since all that time till now. The question that's been asked is, why was there not a demolition permit or order? Why was it that the court order, according to what Obi posted, was that it was not addressed to anybody and they claimed there was quarters in the building, which according to him is not true. And he's also saying this is because he dared to contest. So let's focus on that and not say Igbo people property, this and that. No, that's been tribalistic.
I hear what he's saying. I hear what he's saying. This is a very intimidated, but actually let you leave that thing like that. But why did they provide the land for that people? So actually let the people be continue, make them find the where as the people are demolished that building. So that is because it's supposed to have the proper the document and the name of the lawyer who does have the authority to demolish the company. Please, thank you, Chioma.
Thank you for your call, Mazi. 0803-692-9933. This is not an avenue. This topic is not an avenue for anyone to be tribalistic or to be ethnocentric. We are all Nigerians and we have a stake in the Nigerian project. There is there is honestly, most of the Nigerians that I know want Nigeria to work. We all want Nigeria to work in our lifetime, because when you say, let this person just do 4 years and go, let this person just do 4 years and go, the age you were 4 years ago is not the age you are today, and it's not the age you will be in the next 4 years. You're growing, you are maturing, your life should be getting better. If the money you were making last year does not have the same economic value as what you're making this year, even when you're making more, then your life will not get better. And politics determines how the economy of a country will be. Okay, so like I said, it's not an avenue to be tribalistic or whatever. These are the questions that he posed. What I'm asking you is, do you agree with what he's saying? Or is this somebody who's just trying to make himself look like a martyr? Like, oh, they're attacking me. Oh, can you see? Everybody come and see. Oh, come and see. Oh, they're attacking me. Oh, only me. Oh, what did I do? Because certain people feel that, oh, this man has a victim mentality, and any small thing he will say the federal government is attacking him. Is that really what's happening in this case? 0803-692-9933. Hello? Hello? All right, please turn down the volume on your radio set before you give me a call. I definitely want to hear from you. The conversation will be much smoother, much better if you turn down the volume on your radio set and I can hear you and you can hear me. The conversation will be free of all noise. 0803-692-9933. Hello? Hi, what's your name and location, please?
Good afternoon, ma.
Good afternoon to you. Where are you calling me from? What's your name and location?
Hello?
I can hear you. What's going on? What's your name? What is your location?
Yes, I'm James, calling from Sangota.
Thank you, James. Thank you, James. Go ahead quickly.
Yes, ma'am. Please, I just want to, the little thing that I have for this government. This is the worst government so far. I'm over 45 years now. There is nothing. I don't even experience any government in my life that is this government. Now, everywhere here now, you reach every street here now, and I beg. Everybody now, you just see people now begging. Eh? People are losing their job, for God's sake. It's very painful, and they are not doing anything. They don't even think about the less privilege. It's very painful. Thank you for a good job that you are doing.
Thank you so much. We do appreciate you for tuning in. Keep listening to Voice of the People 90.3 FM. You're now tuned into Matters. I'm your host. My name is Chioma Innocent, the innocentest. If there's anything like that, if there isn't anything like, I've coined it. Yeah. So we're having a conversation this afternoon. I want you to be a part of a conversation. The presidential candidate of the Labour Party in the 2023 general elections has come out to say his youngest brother had his property in Lagos demolished, and he's saying this happened for no just cause, with a court order that was addressed to no one in particular, with the excavators moving so quickly and pulling down the building before anybody could say anything, before he could even intervene. He said he even gave his numbers to the excavators and to anyone who wanted it so that they could actually call him, because these people were saying they don't even know who sent them. And he's saying that this is targeted harassment. That is what Obi is saying. Do you agree with him that this is targeted harassment? Because if he's saying this is targeted harassment, how come Atiku himself is not complaining of the same targeted harassment? Because Obi was not the only person that ran against President Tinubu in 2023, right? He's not the only opposition voice that is speaking loud against or criticizing this administration. So how come he's the one coming out to say, I'm being targeted, they're after my life, they're after my brother's business, they demolished our property, nobody is talking to me? So that is what I want to know. To you as a Nigerian, do you think he's playing the victim card, or that he actually knows and means what he's saying? 0803-692-9933. Hello?
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon to you. What's your name and location, please?
My name is Michael Agada from Okoko.
Welcome, Michael.
Thank you for your good job where you people doing.
I appreciate you.
I said today, I get you. I always get them for your program. the day where I'm talking for our it will be when they come to spoil mother property. Are you hearing me?
Come again. Say that again, please.
I mean, I'm talking for it will be when they come destroying brother property.
Okay, what do you have to say about that?
What I want to say that this Nigeria now, if you are doing gentle, they will put you for pocket. If I ask those people, when you hold them, the people will send them that message.
Hello, can you hear me? Hello? All right, give me a call back. Definitely want to hear from you. 0803-692-9933. 0803-692-9933. Call the number to be a part of the conversation right here on Voice of the People 90.3 FM. You can also send a message on WhatsApp 0817-175-6338. 0817-175-6338. Send a message on WhatsApp, or you can call me on WhatsApp. And of course, I'll take your call. Welcome to the conversation. Good afternoon. How you doing? Welcome to Matters. Hello? Hello? Turn down the volume on your radio set. Turn down the volume on your radio set. I mean, you should know this. If you don't turn down the volume on your radio set, it's so noisy, okay? You don't render me speechless. It will be so noisy. I can't hear you. You can't hear me. Then what's the purpose of the call? 0803-692-9933. Hello?
Hello?
Hi, what's your name and location? Welcome to Matters.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. How you doing?
Fine, thank you. I enjoy listening to your
Oh, the voice is breaking so terribly. I can hardly hear you.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, this is so much better.
Okay, I'm Nkiru Demba. I'm calling from Okeka.
Welcome, Nkiru. Thank you for calling. Thank you for listening.
I enjoy listening to VOP all the time. But Choma, I must tell you, you are very strict on the way you talk to people. You be coming down. And then what else you said now? You're a presenter. You have to be neutral, because you just said people are saying that all these things is because they are attacking Obi because they are of the presidential election.
That's what he said. That's what he said. That's what I read.
Okay. Because this they're not attacking Atiku. Okay, if it's what he said, fine. But I just want to tell you to calm down on us when we call you. You are so strict. Please, thank you.
I'm so strict.
Yeah, the way you talk to us and
forgive me. Some people will not turn down the volume on their radio set. Forgive me. You know I love you. Thank you. Thank you for calling. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you for listening. Thank you for calling. If you feel I'm too strict, I'm so sorry about that. Okay, that's not my intention. Well, I have to moderate the show in the best way that I know how. I have to make sure that as much as you're giving your opinion, you're not distorting the facts, and you're not making incendiary comments. Okay, so yes, pardon me if that comes across as strict. That is not my intention. We are here to give you a voice. This is Voice of the People 90.3 FM. So whoever you are, whatever part of the country you're calling from, even if you're in the diaspora, we want to give you a voice. We just want to make sure that you don't put us in trouble while you're saying what you want to say. Yeah, that's it. 0803-692-9933. 0803-692-9933. Hello.
Hello, Choma. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon to you. What's your name and location, please?
My name is Sam. I'm calling from Amward office.
Welcome, Sam. How are you doing today?
Now, based on what you are asking us, we are answering you based on what you are asking us.
Okay.
If it were politically motivated, and the answer is yes. Because if it is not so, why is it that they could not allow him into the property? And why is it that the property that has been standing there for over 15 years will suddenly be pulled down like that without any prior information, without any violation of whatever environmental laws or any of that? So anybody who is saying, just try to see what to do with you. That is what they simply are. And this is not the first time. They do that to see or to test the waters to see what he's going to do. Thank you.
Thank you for your call. I appreciate it. 0803 692 9933. 0803 692 9933. That's the number you can call to be a part of this conversation. I want to hear from you. Call me up. Hello. Hello, are you there? Welcome to Matters. All right, give me a call back. Definitely want to hear from you. 0803 692 9933. 0803 692 9933. Call me up. I want to hear from you. This is Matters and Voice of the People, 90.3 FM. Hello.
Hello, yes, so my sister, good afternoon.
Good afternoon to you. How are you doing?
Yeah, fine. Choma, you are doing a great job. God bless you. God bless all the workers. Yes, the workers in here. DOP, and then the listener, God bless you all. This is okay. Calling you from Abulado.
Welcome.
Yeah, okay. That is the simple truth now. What do they want to hear again or see again? That is the simple truth that the man has said. One of the callers says that Nigeria now, they don't lie, they don't want anything. Say the person is humble or cool or gentle. They don't, most especially APC, that anything about that they don't like it. So anything by force, they want it by force. So that is that. They thought that they will go away all these things that they are doing. They cannot go away. Galatians chapter 6 verse 7 says, whatsoever, God is not more. Whatsoever a man
Bible
verse, yes. Whatsoever a man so shall he reap. Tinubu with APC. They have killed Nigeria. They have killed us. And the other person say something. I'm sorry to say this. Talk about it. Yes, true. Why are they against us? I'm from Cross River.
Thank you for your call. Thank you for your call. I'm not going to allow you go that route, unfortunately. Thank you for your call. 0803 692 9933. Now all of us, they feel Nigeria as it be now. There is no tribe that is buying things for cheaper in the market. When you go to the market, nobody will ask you, how do you identify? You not say, I identify with this political party or I identify with this tribe. Then they will say, okay, buy lower. Even if you meet your tribesman in the market, highest, they will beg you and say, please just buy like that, because we bought it expensive, so we have to sell at this price. So let's not go down that route. 0803 692 9933. 0803 692 99. Jerry, what's going on? What brought cowardice into this conversation? Right? There is something called self-preservation. I hope you know that. Okay. But thank you for your opinion, Jerry. You say hi to you too as well. I think this is Ernest Odinaka. How you doing? Afternoon, Chioma. When the purpose of a thing is not known, abuse or misuse is inevitable. Yesterday, the First Lady pushed for budget for her office. I want to ask, is it in the Constitution? Okay. Thank you for your message, Dio from Lagos. Nothing they shock me again for this country. I'm waiting for me to hear that the politicians don't change Nigeria named Federal Republic of Tinubu. I love you. I am Gloria J. Nigeria is Nigeria. Choma, please allow people to air their views. You're acting like that man that used to present one program on Saturdays. He cannot allow you to say anything. He will cut the line. David Ikpaja. David Novex. Welcome back. Thank you so much, John. What happened to Obi? His brother is uncalled for and needs to be investigated to know the motive behind this. John from Ijanikin. Thank you for your message, John. I do appreciate you. Good afternoon. Anyone, especially those on Vantage Point, who for fear of criticisms refuse to do anything, would still be criticized for doing nothing. Bottom line is, you can only change people's opinions by performance, whether negative or positive. Let those in leadership positions pursue credible performances that stand the test of time. Zeph from Orile. Thank you, Zeph. Good afternoon, Chioma, and good afternoon, VOP. My name is Reverend Dr. Richards Chidi from Ikoton. Hello, Reverend. How are you doing this afternoon? Regarding this demolition, it is a clear signal warning to Peter Obi supporters in Lagos against 2027. It is not only about Obi, but we the masses are ready for them. The question is, ready to do what? Are you ready to vote? Are you ready to make a difference via your voter's card? Are you ready to come out en masse? Are you ready to campaign for the candidates that you believe is the one who is best to be president come 2027? Okay, that's it. Good afternoon, Chioma. You don't need a soothsayer to tell you that this incident is an attack because he is a threat to the government. They want to provoke him and see whether he will make a mistake. I'm glad he understands this. Let him continue with intelligence. If it's the will of God, he will actualize his dream. Vincent, aka But Why, from Mushin. How are you doing, Vincent? Obi's family property destroyed in Lagos. Rail service here allegedly extended by 2 months. Democratic agent in motion in Lagos. Don Joe from Ijesha. All right, Don Joe, thank you for your message. Hey. All right, Mumi Samuel from Iowa. I've seen your message. I have seen your message. You don't need to send it again. I've seen your message. INEC has been the one that put Nigeria in all this mess. Freedom of speech in Nigeria has been, is this privatized by the government? The property destroyed by the government is an attack, not only to Obi, but it's an example of how 2027 election will hammer. My advice is to take... Mumi Samuel, thank you for your message. I appreciate it. Good day, Shama. My contribution is that whether the action is a political target or not, Obi should try and get a media or spokesperson to be speaking for him. It will embolden him to be able to withstand every pressure and attack from the government. Otherwise, he'll become wary of matters. Emeka from Abeson Estate. I'm Chimobi Emmanuel from Ilekbo. Tinubu is a specialist in failure. He recruited many more failures in the office. All of them have baggages. Hired fake Alex from Belarus. Where did you get this information? Are you the one that hired the fake Alex for him? Which kind of talk with that? Obi should arrest all the security that stop him by the gate. Why would he do that? The person that deployed them will show up. I am Baba Adoga. Wait, Baba Adoga, you believe if he arrests all the security at the gate, the person that deployed them will show up? As how now? Good afternoon, Choma. Solomon Asika from Mushi. Nigeria is derailing day by day. People will not speak out now because we are in a state of oblivion, full of hypocrisy and bigots. If not, why is this conspiracy going on everywhere? First is Obi's hyper apologies by Baron Onuga, then the rhetoric by Reno Omokri against Obi. All this because of 2027 election. They've divided the nation with religion and tribe. Obi should sue the Lagos State government. It's time good-hearted Nigerians rally around him for this unjustifiable injustice being meted out to him. Yomi from Lagos, in the last interview Obi had, he said he has his house in Anambra, that he has no house in Abuja and in Lagos. He also said if any is found, it should be pulled down. I guess they only answered what he requested for. Yomi, thank you for your opinion. I do appreciate it. But Obi did say that the property belongs to his youngest brother, not to him. Said his brother called him for help, and he went there and he saw the property being demolished. Okay, that was settled in the beginning of the program. It is his younger brother's property and not his own property. That's what he said. That the property belongs to his younger brother's company. They've been there for over a decade. In fact, almost about 15 years they have been there. So he did not say the property belongs to him. All right. Thank you. I can see some SMSs here actually, so let me try and take this so I don't leave out those who are sending direct messages. Hello VP, President Tinubu cannot arrest. Okay. The person threatening to kill 150 Nigerians over a cow shows that the government are part of the sponsors. Apostle for Mijegun, that's not what we are talking about. Hi Chomzi girl, we love you, my gender. Hey, this kind of message. Thank you. We love you too, my gender. What's going on? I love you, my gender. That's new. Good day, my sister. Come to my area in Itire. All you need is APC membership card. Enter any fuel station and buy fuel for 400. Share you cards from Itire. Share you cards. You can't be serious. If you are serious, no worry. After this show, send message. Give me location. You can come find out that place where this thing they happen, because you can't be serious with this information. Good afternoon, Chioma. The attack on Obi's family member is likely a reaction to his significant impact in the 2023 elections. Given APC's history of arrogance, this response isn't surprising. The situation reminds me of a surreal scenario where a state is ruled by unknown entities, judgments are passed by unseen forces, and tractors are operated by invisible hands. It is as if the entire exercise is being carried out by ghosts. Mr. Ogumbiyi from Idimu, thank you for your message. Choma, you are too strict and partial. Are you not aware that the very destruction of that said property is still a slap on the Igbos? Could they do this to another now? The acrimony will cause Nigeria to shake. Chinedu from Badagry. Chinedu, your message has tribal undertones. In fact, it is tribalistic. Okay? If you say that this was politically motivated, that is one thing. But saying is an attack on everybody. We should see it as so. So what do you want? They should now, these people of the Southeastern extraction should go and meet him there and stage a protest there, or what? Is that what you want? Afternoon, Choma. I don't know why editing my message. In the absence of rule of law, impunity will be the order of the day. Daily Faro to me, David Hunday, and many brilliant minds like me too. Foresee, Oshe. It will be a nightmare if INEC judiciary allowed the government to enter power. Unfortunately, they were forced down the throat of Nigerians. Thank God we were vindicated. Look at what happens to Obi's brother, a building of 15 years with government approval. You can see the government has turned the country by compromising all institutions, economy, education, health, and all sectors in the dead state. All they do is tax. That's why we are in this nightmare. It's a shame the worst of us is ruling the best of us. Truly, there was a country. Daya from Lagos. Dayo, you always said there was a country, but there still is a country. We hope that there will continue to be a country. We should work towards making sure that there continues to be a country for us and for our children that come before us. Jerry again, Obi urgently needs a very special and professional spokesperson. Very important. Good afternoon, Chioma. Lagos State government and the Building Control Agency cannot say anything now because Baba has not said anything. They should erect a new building for the man. Francis from Adeni, Francis, not so easy. Chioma be reading people's opinions because these politicians are giving us direct voice. This is an attack. Okay. Yami from Omole, you go explain Tayao on this issue. People will always take sides. Yes, and that is, but what I just did was to clarify, right? When you said, oh, Obi said if he has a building in Lagos, they should pull it down. This particular building is his younger brother's building. He said it. That is his younger brother's building. He didn't say it belongs to him. Good day, Chioma. Please be coming down. Don't take after Citizen Jones. I don't even listen to because of his behavior. Madam Ngozi from Oshodi. Thank you, Madam Ngozi. But you will agree with me that there are certain rhetorics that are just not even favorable to you. The people you think you are trying to help is not favorable to them. When you come on air and start saying certain things, it's not. It really isn't. A loud voice in the wilderness is shouting, electoral reforms, electoral reforms, electoral reform. Oh, Nigeria. Let us do everything possible to remove Yakubu Mahmood and his agents from INEC. After this is achieved, Nigeria will rejoice again. Uchechukwu Acolyte from Ejigbo. Thank you, Uchechukwu, for your message. I'm going over to YouTube to take your comment. Afunwa Dama says, Shema, good afternoon, all VOP families. Remain blessed. Thank you, Afunwa. Tochukwu Adiele says, if you pull property down, do you go through the due process you must go? If it's not just land grabbing, it's not and can never be a case of the wall of Jericho came down flat. JPay, thank you for your compliment. I appreciate it. Toshkwa Dele says, look, the category of people that I say they won't follow Obi, should he not become the driver of the coalition, we encourage them to think again. Obi should run as vice to Atiku to win. Little Mistake says, that man who said Nigerians will not follow Obi if he's not the flag bearer is speaking for himself, not Nigerians. He should speak for himself. Thanks. A lawyer Noah says, Jama innocent, Jama innocent. How many times? For Nigeria, solution is coming, but don't ask me how. Little Mistake says, anyone who is complaining about bad government but doesn't have a PVC or decides not to vote should be known as the enemy of good governance. Thanks. Good afternoon, Chioma. Ngozi Lo says, good afternoon, Chioma. My take is this is a distraction. Why do you think this is a distraction, Ngozi? Is it a distraction for Nigerians or a distraction for Peter Obi? And a distraction from what? It's not officially campaign season for 2027. So a distraction from what exactly? Is it a distraction for Obi himself or for Nigerians? That's the question that I actually have for you. Choma VOP, you're doing a great work. It's still me, Reverend Dr. Richard Chidi from Ikoton. We, the masses, are ready to use our vote to vote APC out. In fact, we are waiting for the new party ADA to be declared registered by INEC. That is what I mean. Thank you so much for clarifying what you mean, Reverend Dr. Richard Chidi from Ikoton, when you say we the masses are ready for them. Again, I ask, what is your readiness ahead of 2027? Do you have your PVC? If you have your PVC, where is it? Did you keep it properly? Are you ready to do what it takes in 2027? Are you ready to educate people around you? That's what I keep asking. Are you ready to tell the people around you, like, look, this is the person that I feel you should vote for, and give them very good reasons why? Are you ready to go door to door talking to people about your preferred candidate and why they should vote for your preferred candidate? Are you ready to hold your preferred candidate accountable if they do not perform well when it's time? Even before 2027 comes, are you ready to actually do what it takes to have a better Nigeria? It's not just by talking. You have a part to play. And once you realize that you have a part to play and you start playing it, you will know that no matter what happens, you will be able to say that you did your best when you had the opportunity to, even if things don't turn out the way that you want it to turn out. And so I would implore you, before the rush begins ahead of 2027, go and get your PVC. Encourage those around you to get a PVC. Even though, some months ago there was talk of, okay, maybe voting without PVCs, but at least right now, it's not been cemented. So you need a PVC to vote. So do what it takes so that your children will not ask you tomorrow, Daddy, Mommy, what were you doing when Nigeria was going otherwise? So you'll be able to tell them that these were the steps that I took, but it just didn't turn out the way that I thought it would. Get your PVCs. Educate the people around you. Michael from Lagos says, did Obi's brother call the nearest police station before the arrival of Obi for proper assessment while the demolition was going on? Hence, that will enable him to know the appropriate quarters to channel their questions. All right. Chama, good afternoon. It's unfortunate the kind of attack being meted at Obi. How long shall we continue doing this? Why is Obi an enemy? Simply because he's contesting for presidency. It's a targeted attempt just to demoralize him. I know one thing. He's not an ordinary man. God has prepared him before now. He will succeed. Frank from Egbeda. Frank, it's beautiful to have a hope in God. It is, and all of that is nice, right? But while you're hoping in God, you're also doing what God gave you the knowledge, the brain, the sense to do. My name is Choma Innocent. As much as I want to continue this conversation, I cannot because I have to go. Unfortunately, I really, 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 really have to go. Okay? We'll do this again very, very soon. Choma, go and get your PVC and vote too. Go and get your PVC and vote too. What makes you think I don't have a PVC dial from Lagos? Of course I have a PVC. So even before I tell you to get a PVC, I did everything that it took to get mine. So yes, I have my PVC. If you do not have a PVC, don't say it doesn't concern you. Go ahead and get your PVC. My name is Choma Innocent. We'll do this some other time. Do stay tuned. Fun House Time with MC Chooks and Dr. Walkie Talkie comes up shortly. I know we've talked about a lot that probably puts some of you in a bad mood, so they'll be coming here to make you laugh. So stay tuned to Voice of the People, 90.3 FM. And thank you for listening. Do the best that you can to make Nigeria better in your own little corner of the world. And please, go and get your PVC. Bye for now.